Here's a container update. So here's what's up. All the electrical's in. The black primer on the floor. Y'all may have seen it previously. I posted some pics. The primer was white, like right here. But someone actually came into the container one night. But anyway, came over the back fencing, came in, they left footprints. So anyway, the place that sells me the metallic epoxy had mentioned you really need to do a black primer. I've never used a black primer before. I find it just uncanny that the entire floor is already a reflection of itself. You can see it pretty easily. I guarantee you once the metallic epoxy goes on with this, it will probably be very much like a mirror effect on everything. So anyway, so here's some very strange developments that happened. One thing I'm doing over here is a spiral staircase that's been torturing me for, I don't know, about a month. And I have a lot of construction experience, so it's very odd that I would have trouble with something very simple as it seemed, like a spiral staircase. So anyway, we've had weather and one thing after another has stopped the, facilitation of this. And so now, yesterday, we were ready just to put the rail on that came with the kit. But when George and I took the rail and followed the instructions and we tried to stretch the rail out, it came out so defunct, it was unbelievable. And so it literally was not usable. And so I was frustrated and I just said, Lord, what should I do about this? That means I would have to get a hold of the stair company, have a new metal thing sent, and then try and do it again, which probably wouldn't have worked. So I said, what should I do? And so very quickly I heard in my spirit use Carflex, which is a bendable metal. I'm gonna go show it to you. This piece of metal right here, that's the rail that came with it. And it is absolutely goners. So it's not gonna be usable whatsoever. So now we're gonna use this conduit that's typically used for electrical, because it's firm, but yet it's flexible. Well, what's very odd about this is before I was ready to install the whole thing, I got a call from my electrician, Victor. And I told him what happened, and he said, well, why don't you use, like Carflex or this particular conduit? And I said, well, yeah, I am. And he said, yeah, well, I can get you 1-inch conduit from this electrical supply house. So that's up on the deck up top, and I'm going to attach it. And then as soon as I started working on it, I realized, oh my Lord, the spiral staircase with this modification is a good word, this forced modification. Now with this Carflex going around this thing and on top of it, it's going to look exactly like DNA, and it's going to look just like a serpent. It's just the most bizarre thing. So here we go again, well, isn't that funny? That is the #1 revelation out of the giant grand scheme picture that the Lord God showed me, which resolved this mystery, the riddle of ages, that we're all in serpent skin. And those are the chains of darkness. So I find it fascinating that here at the end, the railing that came with the package, even though I have a decade, more than a decade of construction experience, it just didn't happen. It was one of the few things I've done that it would not work correctly. So this will be up tonight, and then the floors will be in tomorrow, and furniture goes in, and by Thursday of next week, I'll be ready to go through this whole thing and do an entire walkthrough, like an open house, a video open house for everybody. So anyway, there it is. That's it. God bless.